but I was so broken and I was so loyal, and I was not treated like that. I was treated like something else. And so with that, with all those triggers and, constantly getting offered crack, do you want a puff? And I used to be so anti, because I lost my son's father to that. He went way too far into that, and yeah, it happens to some people. So I ended up trying P, methamphetamine, and all the while, I was drinking since I was 14, about 14. Every month, pretty much every weekend. It was just a normal thing. And I think I had a break when I was hapu, and because I was young and dumb, young and naive, I didn't realise the effects it would have on my child, my son. And so I got onto the P. I can't remember the year, but I do remember the first time, and I remember the second time, and it was more out of revenge. I did it out of revenge. I did it out of fuck the world. I did it out of no one loves me anyway, so give it here then. And I did that for about 7 years. 7 years on P, and drinking every week. My son, I loved my babies, but I was not capable of being calm. And because when these are your building bricks, and you try and be calm, it's just so hard, because that I was a nurturer, I was a good mum, but to actually focus just on him, it was just not possible for me to do, because my identity was like everywhere else except for in here. So yeah, there's a lot of regrets there for me when it comes to being a mum, especially now, the way that I am with my daughter. I'm so content, and I wish my son could have had the same thing. It is what it is. And while I was on the P, some of the emotions that used to happen, and I see it today, and this is part why I wanted to share my story, was to know, feel so small, man. And there were so many times where I wanted to just, end it. So many times, I can't even count, to be honest. And I did a lot of things. I put myself in situations, blowing up things. I'm a very reckless and dangerous person. Other things I can't mention. Just that worthless feeling is so strong, and to lose people, I'd hate to lose anybody else from that. I've lost a few people from suicide, and if I could share my story, and hopefully someone would be like, yeah, I do feel like that, well, how do I talk to me, and we can talk about that some more. Try and keeping this, in a bubble, in this small window, so that can give that out there. So feeling insignificant, as could not see. If someone told me 7 years ago, or even like 5 years ago, that this is where I'd be right now, I would not have believed them, and I didn't. I used to get clairvoyant readings, and it would annoy me. I'll be excited, I'm like, yeah, but I'll be so annoyed, because I'm like, how is that even possible? Nah, man, I ain't leaving. I ain't leaving that person. I ain't leaving Tauranga. You got it all wrong. I don't want to study that. She's wrong. Oh, but the cat down the road knows. Cat keeps smiling at me. I'm like, what you smiling at? So, life has pulled me to get off the pee and drinking every day, because it was like that. My body was just like, I would get the shakes for it. I was like real dependent on both of them. And yeah. So I ended up moving down here. So I'm currently living in Blenheim, South Island, and I love it down here. I whakapapa back here. And the day that I was leaving, actually, we were fighting on the day that I left. I was still on pee the day that I left. I had pee on my bag the day that I left. So fighting, my ex didn't want me to leave. That was hard, because I'm beside myself. Part of me wants to feed him what he needs, because that's what I do. Like, how can I help you? I don't want to hurt you like that. I'm so sorry that I'm doing this. At the same time, stop hurting me. So I was real, my family had to push me. Bloody go. You ain't gonna live long here. And to be honest, I wouldn't have. My gifts started happening back then. I got so many growlings. That's what I remember, is getting growlings all the time from my guides. And and I had, a few visions of me looking dead. And that's how my life would have ended up had I stayed in that cycle. So the day that I came here, I'm in the plane going over Tauranga, Taranaki, Wellington, over the water, and then my heart started pounding really fast, and I was like, because I was like lying, sitting in my chair, and then my heart starts beating really fast, and I look out the window, and then I realized, oh well, well, Picton, I'm actually home. Like, I could feel it. It was just really pulling me. My whakapapa was pulling me. My mountains were pulling me, and they were letting me know that they got me, and that I'm home. And that's the feeling that I was welcomed with, going broken and then coming home to that. It's indescribable how hugged I felt by my mountains, by my whakapapa.